Well, here we are in mid-July now, getting ready for the season to open up in less than 2 months. So I'm doing predominantly most of my practice out of an elevated stand now that I have set up here in my side yard. I feel that I need to be in this stand more. I've noticed that when I get up in the stand, yardages look different from an elevated stand than they do on the ground. The form that I use feels different than when I'm standing on the ground. When I'm in an elevated stand, I have more of a cant to my bow, especially from a seated position, which I feel that I need to practice the most. Most of the time with the, coming in, I'm not always going to have that chance to stand up and get that perfect form to go into it. Many times when a deer is coming in, especially for the areas that I'm going to be setting my stands up, because I'm looking for that 5 to 15 yard shot. That's where I want them to come into. It's going to be fairly brushy, uh, thicker areas, especially early in the season. So the deer may be able to slip up on me before I notice it coming in, so I won't have that time to stand up, get everything ready, adjust, and have that perfect form that's up there. So I want to be practiced from these seating positions at the yardages that I plan on the deer's coming in from my stand locations. I will be doing, if not 100%, probably 97, 98% of my hunting is going to be from an elevated stand. So that's where I want my focus moving into the season. I want to be able to uh, see and image that shot going into it from the perspective of that elevated stand rather than from ground level. I've practiced ground level, for the past year, going through perfecting my form, my release, my arrow's trajectory, knowing all of these things. Now I'm wanting to fine tune into my hunting setup. That's the reason I'm wearing my harness. Um, I don't have jackets and all of that on. It's just, it's July. It's just too hot to put everything on. I will try to transition into that as the days get a little bit cooler. But I want to practice wearing my harness, having my tether onto the pole back here so that everything is as close as I can get it to my actual hunting situations. Another thing that I want to practice is when I'm looking down into it, I'm going to be having that angle now. Instead of a broadside ground level straight through shot, I'm going to be coming in at an angle now. So the entry point is going to be need to be just slightly higher than what I've shot at ground level, because I want to take at least the top half of the lung to the side of the shot on the entry side, and I want to be able to come out lower into that offside lung. Now, not everybody enjoys hunting out of an elevated stand. I believe it has quite a few advantages to it, especially earlier season. Again, when there's so much brush on there, I feel like I will be able to spot the game sooner. I'm not on eye level with the deer, so I might be able to get away with a little bit more movement because I'm up out of their vision. If I choose the correct stand, I can get a good back cover as well as some foreground cover. I can doctor that up with with my saws, with my prunings, with adding some camouflage, some limb material if I need to. And I believe that there's a better possibility of a little better scent control. Again, because it's rising up, and with the deer coming in close proximity to me, there's a good chance that some of those thermals can go over the top of them. There's no guarantee of that for sure, but there's that possibility of it helping. So these are all factors that I like about a tree stand. You make your own choice, but I know that when I'm sitting in that elevated stand, yardages to the animal look different. So I need to get that ingrained in my mental imagery. How my aiming point needs to be. I want to make sure that my accuracy is good to be able to get that entry point a little higher on the fore side, a little lower on the aft side to get that good penetration. That'll help a lot in blood trails by having that lower exit wound. So the one thing that I want to ingrain in you right now, as I continue to practice out of an elevated stand, when you do this, your harness needs to be fitted correctly. Most of the stands that are purchased these days will come with a fall arrest system, FAS, fall arrest system. Read the instructions carefully. Make sure that your harness is fitted well. Loose fitting in the legs, I can't tell you the horrors that can come from that if you happen to fall out of the tree with loose fitting leg portion of your harness. Your strap, your tether needs to be of an ample length to where you've got freedom of movement, but at the same time, if you do happen to fall out of the stand, you don't want to fall too far to get that jar and bring everything up through your body. So read the instructions very carefully. This is not going to be a tutorial on how to fix a harness. I spent many years as a mechanical millwright having to wear a harness on the daily job site all of the time. So I know the criticality of wearing them correctly. So I urge you to do the same. And if you are going to be hunting out of an elevated stand, I strongly urge that you start now with your practice in these situations. I will be doing this well on into the season. I'm going to start here in this open ground, working this way, and before I'm done, I will be in the woods so I can get the feel of my shot placement inside the woods. They all look different. Out in a field, yardages look different. From an elevated stand to on the ground, yardages look different. I do not practice my archery from known yardages. I don't really care. I'm more in the variety of instinctive, split vision, what have you, shooting that goes into it, so I don't pay much attention to the exact yardage. But for those of you that do, your gap shooting, the string walking, these guys that do need to know the exact yardage, I promise you, you're going to need to practice it from your elevated position because they will look differently. That's all I've got for you today. Thanks for coming in. I'll be back next week with another video that comes into it. I want to thank each and every one of you for all the support that you've given Ozarks Traditional. I appreciate you being here so very much. I'm going to add this part of it to a playlist that I'm going to link up in here, the Beginner to Bowhunter series that goes that I'm establishing. And I would love for you guys to come back the next time we come around. You guys have made this a wonderful adventure for me. I'm excited about the upcoming season. I hope you are, and I hope you're putting the practice in to make your upcoming season as successful as I'm hoping for mine to be. So y'all come back.